There we go. All right, so welcome to the Fulgor Milano Sofia training. My name is Andrew Savant. I am the Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at Pinnacle, and I am in the Pinnacle Training Center right now with Fulgor Milano display behind me. And unfortunately, we are in the midst of a time where we don't really get to do a whole lot of in-person trainings. We love to do that here at Pinnacle. We'll do what we call Fulgor Milano immersion trainings here at our corporate office in Central Florida. We do boot camp trainings where we bring consultants in and we spend a day and a half training through all of our product lines. So unfortunately, the pandemic cut us a little bit short this year, but next year we are planning to do 12 trainings and train over 300 consultants. So if you have not been to one of the Pinnacle trainings here, we would love to have you come. Just contact your local Pinnacle Sales Group representative and they will be happy to give you more information on that. Our schedule for 2021 will be probably coming out in October is when we will have those dates. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into the training. Today we will be talking about Fulgor Milano, but specifically Sofia. So what is Sofia? That's what we're going to learn about today. Fulgor Milano is a very broad-based product line, a full suite of products that spans many different price points and styles. All right, so first of all, Fulgor Milano is it's a family-owned company. They've been around a long time. Last year, they celebrated their 70th anniversary, and everything's made in northern Italy. And you can see there that picture in the bottom is one of the original Fulgor Milano ranges. And that little kind of pot over to the right is the probably maybe one of the first of its kind, but that was a water bath. So that was sous vide cooking circa 71 years ago in Italy. So very neat product with a great lineage of producing quality cooking throughout the world. So Fulgor Milano has recently come to the US in the last 5 to 6 years, and they are definitely making a big splash and bringing their expertise. The one thing I want you to remember is, Fulgor is not some new company that's been around. They're one of the largest OEM manufacturers of cooking products in the world. They OEM for over 200 different brands all over the world. So they are experts at cooking. And Fulgor Milano is their own brand that they are launching to the market. So we're very excited to partner with them and share more about it today. We will watch a brief video that will give you a little bit of history of Fulgor Milano, where they are and where they're going.
Our history begins 70 years ago. Moment of progress in Italy, we were born from the hands of expert craftsmen to simplify and improve the lives of Italians. We have grown in the country that made design history, research, innovation, aesthetics, and attention to detail. A symbol of the Italian lifestyle, made of culture, art, spirituality, music, and the good life. Fulgor has continued to evolve along with the changing world. Fashion that embraces new technology and trends is an expression of our creativity and has made our country known all over the world. quality, we have always created products capable of satisfying the best palates. Barriers fall, the global market is born, and Fulgor becomes Fulgor Milano, a global brand with solid Italian roots. The world discovers Sofia. The only thing left unchanged in 70 years of history are our values. Today, like 70 years ago, Fulgor Milano, Passione Italiana.
That's a great video. I love it. That gentleman in the video is Johnny Meneghetti. He is the CEO and third generation of owner of Fulgor Milano, and the parent company is actually called Meneghetti. And the video actually goes through a progression of Fulgor started in Milan, Italy, and then they kind of moved their factory to the west, where it is now situated in a town called Bassano da Grappa, which is right at the base of the Italian Alps. And that countryside, I've been to many of those places, and you can have the chance to go there too. We are in the middle of a Win a Trip to Italy contest, and all you got to do is sell Fulgor. So the top 6 salespeople in the Pinnacle territory will win an all-expense paid trip for 2 in May of 2021 to go to Italy. So highly recommend everyone try to go. So let's talk about Sofia. Inside the Fulgor Milano product offering, we have a professional collection and then more of a contemporary built-in collection. And so the professional collection is called Sofia. So we call it Sofia Professional. And that's really what we're going to spend time talking about today, and mainly about the range being the heart of the kitchen. So what is Sofia? And the first thing is it is a fully suited line of professional products that are specifically designed for the North American consumer. Fulgor Milano is an Italian company. Their products are made in Italy, and they have that attention to detail and design that you would expect from craftsmen in Italy. But what it is not an Italian product that they brought over to the US or the North American market. This range, these cooking products we're gonna talk about today, were specifically designed for the North American market, for the North American consumer, and to only sell in North America. So this isn't, trying to adapt a European style of cooking or design for the US. It is specifically made for the North American market. So one of the important things about Sofia is that typically you would have an industrial designer help you design the style of the product and then figure out how to put the form and the function together. Fulgor Milano took a very different approach here. What they did is they used an architect to design the Sofia product line. And an architect looks at things differently. There's a lot more attention to detail, especially regarding symmetry. So as you look at the product line, as we walk through it today, you'll see that the product is very symmetrical and the design lines are very clean and the lines line up with each other. So just here at this cooktop that you see here, you'll notice the grates line up with the control panel, which if you switch your eyes over to the range, which lines up with the oven handle, which lines up with the glass on the door. Everything looks balanced and in proportion. The knobs are completely symmetrical and they're centered. No knob is higher than the other. So it's very pleasing to the eye. So some of the things that you would expect from any premium range company is you're gonna have, a soft closed door. Everything is handcrafted, welded, polished, and finished on the corners. So the attention to detail on this product is exquisite. And if you haven't seen it in person, you know, pictures don't do it justice. You need to see it and run your hands over it to see how the fit and finish just comes together. They also used contrasting metals to create a little bit different design element. The range is made of a 304 stainless steel, but the control panel is made out of a high grade aircraft aluminum. And what that does is gives the color a little bit of contrast when you're looking at the product. So look at the symmetry that exists. We're just looking at the 30-inch range here. Notice the grates, they're completely, there's the same size, completely symmetrical. The burner placement is symmetrical. The knobs symmetrical. And you can see there's a line that you can draw right down the sides of the range and everything lines up. You know, and look at some of our good competitors out there, just a different look to their design. Symmetry is not as core to their design as it is with Fulgor Milano. So what we think this produces is a beautiful looking range that also performs just as well, if not better, than some of our worthy competitors, which we'll go to in a minute. So let's talk about the performance. You know, the core of most ranges is the burner. So we use what we call a crescendo burner, and all Sofia ranges, or all Sofia products have it, ranges, cooktops, whatnot. And the crescendo burner is a dual ring burner. So you have an outer ring and an inner ring. And what that does is it allows us to have complete control over every single spot on the range. Every single range spot, burner spot, has the exact same crescendo burner. So you can really have a combination from a power to an extremely low simmer at 375 BTUs. So very, very precise control. And then the nice thing about it, it's all controlled of one knob, and it's very easy to operate. The extra wide diffuser cap there in the middle allows us to simmer down to an extremely low temperature. You can actually, our simmers are adjustable, and you can actually adjust the simmer down to where the flame is completely hidden underneath the cap, giving you one of the lowest simmers in the industry. And also safety, you know, we have automatic reignition. So if you are simmering at a very low temperature and you open the door and the wind kind of draft comes through, blows it out, that range will auto reignite. So it's a very safe product as well. So here's a stack looking at the crescendo burner, and you can see we say we have 5 stages. You can go from searing steaks to melting butter and tempering chocolate. So from 375 BTUs up to a maximum of 200,000 BTUs. So one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, if you do have any questions as we go through this, feel free to throw them in the chat box. You can click that up at the top and click chat. My assistant Tracy is here and monitoring any and all questions. So we love questions. All right, let's talk about the construction of the grates. We use a very heavy cast iron grate system. Every grate is specifically tooled and made for each range. So if you look here at the wolf and the monogram, notice they have what we would call a filler strip in the middle. And the question is, well, why do they do that and why don't we? Well, those are 30-inch ranges. The most popular range in everybody's product line is the 36. So what Wolf and Monogram are doing in these pictures is they are reusing their 36-inch grates for their 30-inch range, and because the configuration's a different size, they put that filler strip in there, and it's really just a waste of space. We don't do that with the Fulgor Milano product. Everything is tooled specifically for that range, so you have complete symmetry. That goes back to the Italian roots and the Italians' attention to detail. So there's a better shot of it there at the top. One of my favorite features of the Sofia product is the burner bowl. And that's, you know, basically the bowl, or, you know, kind of sink, you might say, that those burners sit inside of. And we make ours out of a matte porcelain. And the matte porcelain, it's a single piece. There's no seams anywhere. You can see the round circles that go around the burners. That keeps the burners raised up. So if you do have a spillover, it's not going to get into the burner. But that matte finish, it creates an environment where it's very easy to clean. And to clean without having those streaks. Most competitors are going to use a glossed porcelain, but when you're cleaning gloss and you've got that rag with a little bit of soap on it, you keep getting those streaks there. Here at the Pinnacle Training Center, we cook on our products a lot, and we clean them up after we finish cooking, and those ranges and those burner bowls look like they did the same day they came out of the box, because that matte finish is very, very easy to clean. So major advantage there. Some competitors will use stainless steel. Stainless steel looks fantastic in a showroom, but once you start cooking on it, it scratches, things get into the graining. It really looks bad and tarnishes over time. Our knobs, we use heavy metal knobs made up of brushed aluminum. They feel very sturdy in your hand and very easy to control. And it's a beautiful look against that stainless steel. So let's take a look inside the oven. So first we'll take a look at the gas. In the gas, we use a dual convection fans inside of our oven. And then we use a Nova broiler system, and it's a 2-burner. And the reason why we use a 2-burner and not ceramic, ceramic is a fantastic burner when you're wanting to sear at high temperatures. But one of the biggest disadvantages of ceramic is ceramic broiler or ceramic burner is you have very little control over the heat and the intensity of the heat. A 2-burner gets you a lot more flexibility and control. And so that's why we use that. You want to have flexibility and control inside of an oven. Leave that great ceramic sear burner outside on your grill. So we have a black porcelain enamel interior, cool to the touch, soft closed doors, very large opening for the oven window so you can see inside. We use 3 halogen lights that are staggered, so it gives you complete visibility across, even if you have 3 or even 4 sheet pans in there. And then every oven comes with 2 standard chrome racks, and then a fully telescopic rack. So there'll be 3 racks in every single oven. To the dual fuel oven, the oven cavity and a lot of the features are exactly the same. Obviously, the cooking type is different. So we're going to use dual true convection on every single oven. Everything is self-clean. We use a 10-pass broiler. That means you're going to get complete coverage all the way across the oven cavity with that 10-pass broiler. And we also use a refractory plate. That's basically a metal plate that radiates the heat back down onto the cooking. It's a very simple process, but it's surprising that a lot of the competitors don't put these little finer touches in. And all the other features are the same that we discussed. The one other addition that you will get when you go to a dual fuel oven or an electric oven is you're going to get the addition of a meat probe inside of that oven. So, how does it look compared to some of our competitors? One of the nice things I like about the Fulgor Milano oven is they've actually built the rack supports into the oven. So it's actually molded into the metal. So you're not losing space inside of the oven by having some chrome rack support there. Also, an important thing to note is when you actually, if you were to use the self-clean function in any oven, you really are supposed to take out all those racks out so they don't get warped at those high temperatures for long periods of time. Our competitors would recommend that you also take off their stainless steel rack supports that go on the side of there. So there's a lot more, I guess, involved into to getting the oven prepped for self-clean. So we use the actual usable capacity inside the oven. That's what's important, not the total, because once you put pants or rack supports, your broiler hangs down. What really matters is if I'm cooking, what can I put in there? So here's a quick comparison of how we stack up on the 30 and the 36-inch ovens. So you can see there our total usable capacity is 3.68 cubic feet. Inside of the oven on the 30, and then 4.4 cubic feet, that's usable cubic feet inside the oven on the 36. All right, one of my favorite features of Fulgor Milano is how we do color. So we only sell one color range, and it's stainless steel. But what we offer is 6 additional color kit options. And when you buy color with Fulgor Milano and you want to express the color inside of your design space, or the homeowner wants to do that inside of their kitchen, all you're gonna do is order a color kit. And we have a color kit for each range, each wall oven, and every size. And the nice thing about the color kit is you're gonna get an entire door, the entire door, not a skin, but the entire door, and a brand new toe kick. And the great thing about that is very easy to change. So let's say that you have a customer that they really like that red range, but they're not certain about using or having that red range in their kitchen long-term. You know, so what they can do is they can say, sure, you can get the red, we put the red range in, and you take that stainless steel door and toe kick, and then you would just put that up in the attic for later use. It's also great for showrooms, because if you've got a Fulgor Milano range on display, you can order a color kit and just kind of give it a new look. We've had some customers order a color kit for every single season, and they change it every 3 months to kind of give this space a fresh look. So great way to do color with Fulgor Milano. The other thing I love is on every single range, the logo and the badge has Johnny Meninghetti's signature. It's that guy with the crazy hair in the video. So he puts his signature on it on every single range. But the other thing that's awesome is your customer can customize their range. So when you go to register your Fulgor Milano cooking product, whether it's a wall oven or a range, for warranty, they offer you the option to get a free nameplate where you could put your own inscription on there. And it's a great way to make the range uniquely yours, make the cooking uniquely yours. And you can choose from a bunch of different fonts and types and whatnot. And what you'll do is when you do that, a couple weeks later in the mail, you'll get a little jewelry box, looks like this, says Sofia. And then it's got a little note from Johnny, you know, thanking you for being part of the family. And then they'll include a new nameplate with the wording of your choosing, with a little tool to change that out. So really nice little touch. You know, again, it's going with that luxury aspect with Fulgor Milano. So let's take a little bit closer look at some of the actual products available inside the Sofia offering. We'll start with the ranges. So we have all gas, dual fuel, and induction. So we have 3 different configurations that, you know, can meet any one of your customers' needs. So the thing I love about this product lineup is all of the ranges look the same. They all look like professional cooking pieces. And that's especially true when you go to, you know, some of our competitors, their all gas looks different than their dual fuel. You know, it's got different feet, different knobs. The knobs are placed in different places. Some of them have a screen on it. Some of them don't. Ours is the exact same look from the cooking surface down across the entire platform. This is especially true when you get into the induction ranges. Okay, that induction range looks just like a professional range. Some of the competitors out there, their induction range has 2 knobs, and then all the, you know, cooktop controls are on the top, and you have to use your finger on slide things. It's like they just put a cooktop on top of an oven. And you know, if you're getting a range, you want to have the feel and the functionality of a range. So you want to be able to push that knob in and turn it, regardless what your cooking fuel is like. So we'll talk about the gas ranges first here. So we have a 30, a 36, and a 48 inch on the gas ranges. These are some of the technical specs here. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but on every single range, you're going to get, on the burners, you're going to get either 18,000 or 20,000 BTUs. So a 36 inch range would come with 2 20,000 BTU Crescendo burners and 4 18,000 BTU Crescendo burners. Again, it's important to note that every single range if it's got a gas cooking surface, is going to utilize that Crescendo burner, whether it's an 18 or a 20,000 BTUs. We already went over the oven capacity. So the 4.4 and the 5.7, that's the total oven capacity. We already talked about what the actual usable oven capacity is inside the product. So got some, your different cooking features here. We've got bake, a pizza cooking feature. Of course, being Italian, they had to have that. Broil, and we have dual convection, which we discussed with interior lights. So that is the gas ranges, 30, 36, 48. Here's a little bit deeper dive on the 48-inch gas range, which is actually available next week. So we're very excited to have that. It was launching this summer. It was a little bit delayed with COVID, but our first shipment is coming in next week. So you're going to get the 4.4 cubic foot in the primary oven, 2.7 cubic foot in the secondary oven. You're going to get dual convection in the primary and convection in the secondary. And that's a really important feature, is to note that when you go to a Fulgor Milano 48-inch range, you're not going to get that secondary oven, that smaller oven defeatured. It's going to be a fully functional oven, the same racks, convection, broiler, everything that you would have in your big oven is going to be right there in that small oven as well. On the top, we use a gas griddle, and it's I'm going off of memory here, but I think it's about a 12,000 BTU tri-laminate griddle. It's going to use stainless steel as the cooking surface with an aluminum core. And the important part is an aluminum core allows the griddle to heat up a lot quicker. So stainless steel takes a little bit longer to heat, but it's the best cooking surface to cook on when you're on a griddle. But having that core be the inside, you might say, of the griddle be aluminum, it's going to allow you to have a lot more functionality and adjustability and temperature when you're cooking. All right. And just, again, if you have a question, feel free to drop it into the chat and we'll answer them as we go. So let's jump into the dual fuel. Okay, the cooking surface is exactly the same. Obviously, there's no difference there. We have 30, 36, and 48-inch dual fuel ranges, 18 to 20,000 BTU Crescendo burners, and our ovens are exactly the same as far as the sizing. As we mentioned before, one addition you will get is you will get the meat probe, the food probe that comes in there. It's a great food probe, plugs right into the side, helps you control the temperature of your meat and what you're using. When you get into the dual fuel oven, one of my favorite features in the electric oven with the Sofia product is our fast preheat option. So what this does is, let's say you want to bake at 350. So you set your oven to bake at 350, and then you can hit this fast preheat button. And what that does is turn on all the elements to bring the oven temperature on to 350 as fast as possible. We can preheat an oven in 36-inch oven in less than 7 minutes to 350. So extremely fast preheat time. And that's all as part of that fast preheat function. There are, I think, 12 different cooking functions here. We have a dehydrate option. We have a warming option that can keep your food warm and the oven temperature between 80 and 120 degrees. The dehydrate option is 130 to 170. You can even slow cook from 160 up to 220 in this oven. And then, of course, you would have your standard convection, roast, broil. We do have a pizza function that will actually get the oven up to 575 degrees. It allows you to get that extremely high heat if you're wanting to do that true Napoleano type pizza that they love to do in Italy. So it's a very impressive oven, dual convection fans, all the bells and whistles, a great, great piece, and very, very consistent. So on the 48-inch range, very similar to the 48 that we talked about here. One more thing I'll point out, when you go to the dual fuel, your secondary oven is a true convection We couldn't fit 2 fans in there because it's not that big, but we do have a single fan with true convection, and it's a self-clean oven as well. So again, the only thing you're really not getting in the secondary oven is there is no meat probe in there, but you get every other baking feature, all 12 functions, from warming to dehydrate to pizza mode, can all be done in that smaller oven. And that smaller oven does hold a 9x13 casserole dish. So a lot of people will just be using that as their main oven because it takes less time to preheat, a little bit more efficient to cook in. Great piece here. We didn't mention the price point. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful range. And the list price on this is $89.99. So less than $9,000 for a professional 48-inch dual fuel range that you're not going to compromise on with us, even though the price is a little bit less. The functions and the features and the performance is everything and more that you would expect from any of the professional cooking products out there. So the 30 and the 36-inch induction, beautiful pieces here. We launched the 36 induction last year. It has, I can't believe it, it's actually become our #2 selling range in our entire lineup. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. It's a beautiful piece. It stands out. It doesn't look different. It gives you that pro look. We went with, we didn't want to do the bridge element because we really wanted that maximum power and that feature. So we went with an 11-inch cooking zone on there in the middle. It allows you to put a very big pot, stock pot on there and have extremely efficient cooking. It's a beautiful piece. It's got a ceramic glass surface, and the glass is slightly textured, and that's really important because it would show scratches a lot less. And it also doesn't show the streaks if you're, again, trying to wipe it with a cloth or something. You're not going to get those big streaks running across it. Beautiful piece here. It doesn't use any power shearing, so you're able to keep things on high on all the zones all at the same time. All right. The wattage of the big burner. I've got my handy dandy price book here. So I'm going to flip to it, and I believe it tells me. So give me 1 second. Nope, it does not tell me in the price book. I will let Tracy look that up on the spec sheet, and we will get back to you. We actually go over it in our longer presentation, but this one's a little bit more condensed. So good question. As far as the oven, it's the exact same oven that we just went over on the dual fuel. So great piece there. So again, a 30 and a 36. The retail price point on the 36 is $69.99. So another great piece. It's about $3,000 less than our closest competitor. So before we're gonna wrap up the range. Again, the Sofia is, the range is typically the heart of the cooking. It's a very beautiful piece here. Again, pictures don't do it justice. And we've had a lot of success with it. It's a beautiful piece once you get it on your showroom floor. And it's a very easy product line to sell too, because you have a lot of consistency from a design standpoint, from a feature set standpoint, across the entire product line. You use the same color kit on the induction as you do on the gas, as you do on the dual fuel. Every range has the signature plate. They all look consistent from the cooking surface down. So it's a great piece to sell, very easy piece to sell, because of all that consistency in the look. And I mean, one other thing I didn't really mention was the look of the product. It's an open control panel. So we don't have that traditional pro style bull nose that comes over and covers it. So it's not contemporary, but it's definitely a more transitional look to it. And it's a very aesthetically pleasing look. All right, so no more questions before we jump on to the other cooking types. So All right, so it looks like Tracy helped answer that. The wattage was 5,500 watts on the center burner. Thanks, Tracy. All right, we'll move on here to the range tops. So I'm gonna move quite a bit quicker through this part of the presentation because all of the features and the functions that we talked about, it's the same, it's a range top. I think everybody knows what that is. So what do we have available? So we have a 30 and 36 inch induction range top. I believe we are still the only ones on the market with a 36 induction range top. So that came out earlier this year, been wildly popular because it gives you the option to have that professional looking kitchen and more of a built-in application in areas where maybe gas isn't available or someone is just wanting to have the benefits of induction. So really, really beautiful piece there. And again, it's gonna have that same center burner that is 5,500 watts and hold up to an 11-inch pan. And I mean, I guess one thing I forgot to mention on the previous page, but this is a 5-burner range top, and there's 6 knobs. So what's the other knob? So this goes back to the design, the architect who designed the Sofia product line, who, if you've been to the Kitchen and Bath show, you can meet Ugo there. He said it was totally unacceptable to only have 5 knobs because it would not be symmetrical anymore. So they added the 6th knob there, and the 6th knob is a timer. So, and the timer actually shows up on the glass. So if you were to turn the range on, or the range top on, you know, your burner power lights up under the glass, and then there's a timer that's actually built in there as well, and you can adjust the time up or down and push in to start. So you know, just going back to the feature set and the design standpoint, that is important to Fulgor Milano. So also coming this fall, we will be introducing the 48-inch range top, which will be a 6-burner range top with that tri-laminate griddle in there. I didn't have it pulled up, but yes, I will. Sure. We will go over the consumer rebates at the end. So. Good question. All right, let's jump into cooktops. So these are just 2 of the cooktops that we have in the Sofia product line. There's actually a total of 6, but we'll just kind of focus on these 2 here. This is our standard gas drop-in cooktop. And anytime you go to a drop-in cooktop because of clearance and combustion reasons, you cannot get as much power. So that's another reason to sell a range top to someone. If they're really into cooking, a range top is going to be a lot better because it's going to be able to offer a lot more power. And that goes with anybody's product line. With Fulgor Milano is we wanted to compromise as little as possible once you go to a cooktop. So we still left in the 20,000 BTU Crescendo burner on both the 30 and the 36. And that's going to be the burner right there in the middle. So again, the Crescendo meaning it's going to be a dual ring burner and give you a lot of control and function. Once you go to the outer burners, you, because of UL and combustion reasons, you do have to drop your BTUs down. So we have, on the 36, we're actually able to still deliver 15,000 BTUs on the other 4 burners on the left and right. And then on the 30, we're able to do 2 15,000 BTUs, and I believe it's 2 8,000 BTU burners on the front. So really nice pieces. One of my favorite features, though, on these 2 cooktops is you're going to, when you turn it on, the knobs light up. They're kind of backlit and they glow. So when they're on, they glow kind of a whitish blue color when the burners are burning and they're on. And when they go off, they will actually pulsate red for about 10 minutes. And the reason why is it's saying, hey, this was on, that cast iron is probably hot. So it's going to kind of give you that pulsating look there. So it's just a visual so you can know, hey, did I turn that off? You know, it's got auto reignition to it, but also if you're cooking, sometimes you're moving around the kitchen quickly, you're pulling something out of the oven, and you may forget that you were just cooking on one of those burners. So nice visual there. So this is our premium cooktop. It's about a $1,700 price point, brass burners. We do have a builder version of this same cooktop. It would use aluminum burners and would not have the backlit knobs. And we also have induction cooktops available as well. So getting onto ovens, so wall ovens in the Sofia product line, and again, the Distinto product offering that we have, which is going to be that more contemporary look, has a much broader range of oven price points and sizes. But in the Sofia product line, we have 30-inch only. We have a single 30-inch oven. It is the exact same oven that you would find on the range. We have a double oven version, which is, again, the exact same oven that you would find on the range. The only difference is the bottom oven does not have a food probe. The top oven does have the food probe, so you only get one food probe. And I personally have these ovens in my house, and they are absolutely amazing. From bake to roasting, just amazing results with extreme consistency. We have the warming drawer, which you could get in stainless and or any of the colors. We also have a overlay option for that warming drawer. Coming this fall, we will be launching 30-inch steam and speed ovens in the Sofia product offering. We already have the steam oven out in the Distinto product line. The speed oven will be coming out in about a month in the Distinto product line, but we will have that more professional look available in the steam and speed. So Pete asks, are there any differences in these ovens, in the ovens that you built for Heston? So good question. We did mention that Fulgor Milano is a very large OEM manufacturer, and they make for many North American products. Their steam and speed ovens are already on the market under other brands. And we do make the ovens for Heston. And to my knowledge, Pete, no, there are not any differences. I'm pretty sure the feature and function set is identical, but I'm not 100% expert on that. That's just from the knowledge that I know. All right. Moving on to microwaves. We have 3 different microwave options depending on your application here. We have a 30-inch OTR, which is really, we came out to be more with our Crescendo Builder series range, which is the range that's behind me. We have a 24-inch microwave that can be a countertop, but mainly designed to be built in with a trim kit that would fill it out to be a 30-inch. And then we also have a 24-inch microwave drawer that is available. Great piece there. In the microwave drawer. So 24-inch only, we do not have a 30-inch size. All right, moving on to refrigeration. So we'll probably do another training here in a month or so on the Fulgor Milano refrigeration, because our range is amazing and we're extremely proud of it, but our refrigeration is just, it's an amazing piece. It's a star. Great and beautiful piece, very functional, very deep on the built-in, one of the deepest built-in refrigerators out there. So I'm not really going to go into too much detail today, other than, we have 36 bottom mount built-in. We have a top compressor version here that you see in stainless steel. We also have a built-in version as well. So if you need to do panel ready, we have that option available. This is a beautiful dual zone wine piece here. So it's going to give you, 2 separate temperature controls, and that bottom drawer is a tri-zone. So meaning we can change it from a refrigerator to a freezer, or we could even put it in as a fresco, meaning it'll hold between 31 and 32 degrees on that temperature. We also have all of the bottom drawer and all of our built-in refrigerators are also that tri-zone, so they could be turned into a freezer, fridge, or fresco in that case as well. This installation is a 36 and the 24-inch wine together, and we do sell an accessory which is a joining kit. If you were to put these two units side by side, it not only comes with the brackets and the pieces to join them together, but it also gives you a toe kick and a grill that goes across the top to give it one consistent look. So there's no break in the grill. It doesn't look like it's two pieces together. It looks like one single piece built in. We do have a counter depth French door refrigerator, and that's been a great piece. Again, not going to go into too much detail, but a great ice maker, makes a lot of ice. We do have, it has a water dispenser right on the inside of the unit. So if you were to open the left door, which is this unit behind me here, the ice maker is, or the water dispenser, filtered water dispenser is right there on the door. So great piece there. And it allows you to kind of put together a package that is maybe a little bit more price sensitive. From a dishwasher perspective, we have two different dishwasher offerings right now. We have a stainless steel version, and we have multiple handles to go with it. So if you're doing the Sofia, you would buy the Sofia Handle Kit. It's going to be that professional handle with the optional badge logo that you could put on it. If you don't want to do the badge, you don't put it on there. So it's completely optional. And you know, we have a panel ready version as well. It's a great dishwasher, stainless steel interior, 45 dBs, multiple wash cycles. We have that third rack there at the top. It's a condensing dryer unit, so it's able to get things dry very efficiently. So a great piece here to accompany with the rest of the Sofia product line. Regarding hoods, we have 4 different hood options available in the Sofia offering. There's about 3 other hoods, I believe, 3 other hoods available in the Distinto line as well. But you know, in some we have liners in all the sizes, a pro hood, an under cabinet hood, and then brand new this fall is pictured there on the right is our pyramid wall mount hood. It comes in a 36 and a 48. And then new products coming. We've got gas range top, steam ovens, speed ovens. We've got a coffee maker coming out with 2 different types of trim kits, pyramid hoods, and column refrigeration will be here in December. So the product line is continuing to expand and give you all the necessary pieces to complete the different kitchens that you need to sell for your customers. So that is the end of the presentation here. I will pull up the special to go over the consumer rebates. I'm glad somebody mentioned that up. I neglected to put that in the piece here. But if you have any questions, you know, feel free to throw them in the chat or unmute yourself while I pull up the consumer rebates. Just take me just a second. Maybe a few seconds. Computer's not cooperating. All right, here we go. All righty, well, we'll reshare my screen. And okay, here we go. You should. Yes, yes, happy to do that. We can do it as a PDF and send out a copy of the PowerPoint to all attendees. Yeah, that's sure, not a problem. All right. Okay, so you see my screen okay? Okay, so this is the consumer promos for Fulgor Milano. And basically it's as you buy more, you get more of a discount for the consumer. So I'm going to zoom in here. So we've got 3 different promos. The first is if you buy cooking, and cooking could either be a range or it could be select wall ovens and cooktops. And so I'll go over the specifics there in a minute. So if you buy that, you can get 50% off any hood. If you buy Fulgor Milano cooking plus the freestanding refrigerator and the dishwasher, you get a free hood. So that's exactly what's behind me here. So you buy this setup, you get the hood for free. And then the last would be if you buy cooking and the built-in refrigerator, you would receive 50% off the dishwasher and a free hood. So as you build your package out, it gets a little bit more aggressive for the consumer. So the Fulgor Milano product offering is very broad. So this is focused on our premium products here. So all ranges in the Fulgor Milano suite is available. So it doesn't matter if it's the Sofia or even our Accento Builder series. We do have certain cooktops and range tops that are eligible as the wall ovens. If you were to look in the Distinto product offering, we do include some of those in here. So our premium induction cooktop and wall oven is available. But as you will see in the Fulgor Milano Distinto product offering, we have some very aggressive priced products that are more focused on the builder. Those are not included in this promo. Regarding the refrigeration, obviously the freestanding refrigeration is part of the second promo, and then built-in refrigeration can actually include not only the Sofia product, but in all of our territories, we also sell Perlick. So if you're needing columns, you can actually include the Perlick columns in this promo and still get the free hood and the dishwasher, 50% off. So that's the basic promo. We do have some great options as well. If maybe, the Fulgor Milano only has a very small selection of hoods, well, what if I want a different hood? We sell another brand of premium Italian ventilation products made not 30 minutes from Fulgor Milano, and you can substitute, the brand is Falmec, and you can substitute any Falmec, Potenza, or Professional Series collection as a part of this promo to either get 50% off or free hood for the consumer. So that is the basic promo there. We're running up on time. Okay. So a couple questions came in from Heather. Yes, we will be happy to send a copy of the PowerPoint training and a PDF to you, as well as a copy of this promo. The specs, a lot of the new products specs are actually on our website. We have a great website, fulgormilano.com. If you go there, and you can actually save and create spec books for your customers. So we have something called a wish list. So if you were just to go in, you can click and actually save this product and create a little packet there. But all of the new products, except for the columns, are actually on the website already. So the specs are there. The details are right there. So, and then last but not least, I just want to pitch the Italy promo. It is not too late to get started here. So let me reshare my screen. All right, hold on one second. So we would love for you to come to Italy with us. This area is gorgeous. This is a picture of Bassano del Grappa. You can see the baby Alps, they call them, the Italian Alps in the background. This is the town that the Fulgor Milano product is made. It's about an hour outside of Venice. So you'll be able to go wine country, historic cities, walled cities, medieval castles, mountains, Venice. It's pretty spectacular. So the top 6 sales consultants qualify for an all expense paid trip for 2 to Italy. And so all you got to do is sell Fulgor, and you would just go to pinnaclesalesgroup.com. You would submit your invoice. to your invoice to the customer. So it's not based on purchases to us. It's based on your out sales, you know, to your customers. And, you know, it's a great opportunity to go. We still have 4 months left in the year. We've got a lot of product in stock and a lot of product on the way. So, you know, we're here to help you guys and support you in any way possible, and would love to have you guys come with us to Italy on this trip. So that is all I have for today. So if y'all have any additional questions, I'm happy to stick around. You can throw them in the chat box or unmute yourself. But we really appreciate you taking the time today to learn more about Fulgor Milano and Sofia. And yeah, happy selling.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Reno. Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Crystal. Always good to hear from you.
You too.
Have a good week.